think opposites when you're in the joint spaces. So I pull it closer to me, my eyes are going to go further away. Up is down, down is up, forward is backwards. It's a topsy-turvy world.
We like to do performance hub events is pull people together and then spend the day connecting, swapping ideas. Today we're talking about educating experts. So how do you take someone who is at the top of their game, how do you educate them? How do you bring new concepts to them? How do you encourage them to take on new information? It's fantastic. We've a large number of people in a room to do something that they have never done before, which I think straight away creates a good bit of connection. There's some good opportunities to get some stuff wrong in front of each other, and I suppose to use that connection then to sort of go a little bit deeper into the conversations later in the day.
We've spent time in a simulated environment learning how people fix knees and shoulders in a really innovative way. It's suddenly started firing off a lot of ideas in my head about how can we be this innovative in developing people within our organisation.
So you've got your intuition and judgment, your context, game context, season context, tournament context, and experience, and then you've got your facts and data. What we learned was that you can't challenge on this. That is when people take offence, or they feel that you're not respecting their intuition, their judgment. Similarly, you can't really challenge on their experience. That is theirs. You can challenge on context. The only thing that you can really and truly challenge on and be authentic is the data and the facts. So what we've tried to do in every single situation now is concentrate on this. That expert is there because they're an expert. We trust them to use their intuition and judgment. We trust them to use their experience. But where we can help is to challenge them on the facts.
How do we identify future global leaders? So this again is about this one Suntory perspective, looking for opportunities to potentially move people between different parts of the organisation, different cultures, different countries perhaps, get visibility of who they are and what makes them potentially effective at what they do. And then how do we make sure we're investing in them correctly? And then how do we then ensure that that broad global talent base is visible and understood? And how we think about their ongoing developmental journeys. So there's elements around talent identification, and there's elements around talent development, and there's elements around coaching and mentoring and so on and so on. So this was part of what we were really brought in to do.
To be successful, we need to demand a lot. They'll decide which bits they want to give us and which bits they want to knock us back on, but if we tiptoe around it, I don't feel they'll ever believe that we know what we're doing and we're competent at it. I think it's really important that we give that message to them that we're good at what we do. And there's two things that underlie that for me and how I go about that. And the first one is, I think it's a conscious choice. It is conscious choice for me that I influence by developing relationships with people. That it's exactly the same for me of how I lead my players to how I work and manage upwards, is that I want to influence those people either side of me by developing relationships, creating connection, having their buy-in, getting on board and working together with them. But I also want to challenge them through educating them.
Today was incredible because we all come from different industries, performance sport, and yet there's so much that unites us. There's so much around educating experts that we have in common as well. So it was great to get the same message, some commonalities, but from a different industry perspective. Yeah.
It kind of brings us all together from different networks. I would never have come here before, from a Wix background of a building industry, trade, DIY. To this sort of facility. So it really does help shape my mindset of how do we take back some of the learnings and share it really with our teams and my thought process.